Welcome back to another fabulous confabulation with me, Jay Mills. Now, today we're going to be talking about something a little more serious. I have the pleasure of speaking with a beauty who is a domestic violence advocate, speaker, and author. She is the founder of The Dressing Room and owner of An Extra Touch, which is an online accessory boutique. I would like to welcome Kakila Hunter.
Oh, thanks for having me, Jamila.
Thank you. No, thank you for coming here and speaking with me.
Not a problem.
So, can you just explain briefly what domestic violence is?
Sure. So domestic violence, a lot of people look at it as just being physical.
Okay.
But domestic violence can also include mental, emotional, financial, sexual. It includes a lot of different things besides being physical abuse.
Okay. And now your organization, The Dressing Room, how did you get started on that and what does it offer for women?
Okay, the backstory is kind of different. When I was going through my situation, I gained a lot of weight. And as a teacher, you have to look and feel and be professional in your dressing. And as me gaining a lot of weight, I did not have the clothes, nor did I have the money to go get the clothes because I was buying school clothes for my children. So my mom, my girls, and myself, we went to Macy's. And my mom noticed that I needed clothes, and she just handed me her credit card. She said, you need clothes to go to work, so go ahead and get yourself some clothes. And the light bulb went off, and I always said, I wouldn't want anyone else that's going through any type of domestic violence situation to actually go through that. Okay. So that's what it started off. Wow. So the dressing room, we give the women like a week's worth of professional clothing along with accessories.
Okay, that's so nice. I was wondering like what inspired that name. Yeah, that's so nice. Yeah. Did you have any help like that when you were going through your situation?
Just my mom, my parents. Yeah, they helped, mentally with me and helping the girls. Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Why do victims tend to stay in their relationship?
Well, you know what? A lot of people ask that question because they don't understand the dynamics that's involved in domestic violence. So some women or men, because men are abused also. So most people stay, or some people stay because they are financially dependent. Okay. That's a big one. Most people say because they're told that no one else knows about this, no one else cares. So they figure I might as well stay in the situation. Or they don't have anyone else to depend on. Mm-hmm. Or to help them. So those are some basic reasons why people do stay. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And now what are some signs of an abuser?
Of an abuser?
Yes.
There are plenty of signs, but if you don't recognize them, you won't know because a lot of abusers do not show their signs outside. Mm-hmm. But I can tell you signs of an abused. Mm-hmm. So when you are abused, sometimes you feel isolated. Okay. Sometimes you pull away from other people, you shy away from other people. Sometimes your appearance is affected. Okay. Different things like that. Okay.
I'm going to give you like a little scenario.
Okay.
So say you have a friend or a family member and you kind of like suspect that they're going through some type of domestic violence. How would you approach a situation like that?
Well, a lot of people just want to jump right in and save that person. But sometimes just doing that can cause more cause more harm than anything. So when you're around that person, you can ask them, is everything okay? I'm here for you when you need to talk, because sometimes they just need to know that someone's there to be able to talk to. Okay. That's the biggest thing that I see. And then you also, if they are ready, whenever they are ready, you may be able to open up your home or find somewhere for them to go. Okay. Let them know that this will be a safe zone for them when they do begin to open up and talk to you. Okay. I think that's the most biggest thing, because when you in a situation, domestic violence situation, most of the time you feel like you don't have anyone to talk to, and you need that person to talk to. So if you see that someone is or you suspect that someone is in a domestic violence situation, be there to talk for that person to talk to you. Okay. That's one of the basic things. And then also, sometimes you might want to look up like where's a safe house for them, because sometimes people don't want to get involved, like bring other domestic violence add people into their house. So maybe, look up different places that they can go, different resources, just in case they do come to you. Mm-hmm. You can, or find a domestic violence advocate that they can actually talk to.
Okay. All right. How do you know, like, when they're ready to, like, actually open up.
Believe me, they will come to you when they
Okay.
are ready.
Okay.
I don't think that you should ever push a person, because sometimes you might be pushing too deeper. You might be pushing them deeper into the situation.
Okay.
So you just be there as a friend. You know what I mean? And they will know. And if you're telling them, "I'm here when you need me," and you mean it sincerely,
They'll eventually.
Exactly.
Okay.
They'll know.
Okay.
They'll know when to come.
Yeah, I feel like people who are not in those situations most likely want to jump in, not knowing, because they don't know how it is to be in that situation. I mean, I know if I knew my friend or family member was going through a situation like that, I'd be like you got to get out of there, something like that. But there's steps to it.
Exactly. And so to keep them safe, because a lot of times safety is an important factor, because sometimes it's safer, and some people might not understand this. Sometimes it's safer for that person to stay in the relationship until they have made their plan.
Okay, I understand that.
Yeah,
That's understandable.
Yeah. But other people might not understand, because they're like, no, you should leave now. This is your opportunity right now. But sometimes they need to make that exit plan,
Right.
so that everything will be
Right.
situated.
Right. So now, are children, are they usually affected by these
Most
types
definitely.
of situations?
Most definitely. And sometimes it comes out in the young adult, when they become young adult. It'll come out in their relationship.
Okay.
Sometimes you'll see the actions of the child when they're around their own peers, how they treat their own peers. You know what I mean? And they're actually acting out what they see at home.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So you might have a son that's always being abusive. Well, what we consider abusive to their...
Or aggressive.
Right,
Yes.
very aggressive to their mom.
Right.
They saw their dad do it.
Right.
Or vice versa.
Or that's all they know, yeah.
Exactly. So they think that is the way to have a relationship.
Okay. Okay. And now, is there any helpline for people who are going through this abusive relationship?
Yes, if there is a helpline. The national hotline is 1-800-799-SAFE.
Okay.
And I'll give you the exact number. So it's 1-800-799-7233.
Okay, and I'll put that in the link below.
Yeah. And a good website is ncadv.com.
Okay. So many people think that domestic violence usually happens between a husband and a wife, or a girlfriend and boyfriend. But can you just explain how it could happen between family members, a parent and a child, and all those sorts
You just said it. Yeah,
Okay.
you just said it. It's domestic violence or domestic abuse. It can happen between a parent and a child. It can happen between, right now you can say, two partners. So it's not just husband and wife anymore. It's all of that type of abuse that can happen between boyfriend, girlfriend, parent, child.
And it's not always, the woman is not always the victim.
No, definitely not.
Because that's what people see as the norm.
Right. But there are a lot of men out there that are being abused. It's just that they're not saying as much, even though the women aren't saying as much, but you see it more prevalent with women than you do men, because they're not saying as much.
Right.
Because when you see a man and he said he's been abused, most people say, oh, you're a punk.
Right.
You know what I mean? But legitimately, this man could have been abused.
Yep. It all comes back to society's, stereotypes, standards, judgments.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
So this is the reason why we don't see a lot of statistics there are statistics out there, but we don't hear about it.
Right. Yeah, not a lot of people aren't aware of
Exactly.
it. So, is there a law against domestic violence? Or any type of rule?
Oh yeah, there are plenty of laws. The website I just gave you, you can actually use that, and you can put that in the link there so that everyone can know. It's the NCADV, which is the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence.
Okay.
And so they have all the laws based on states, and then they have resources there too.
Okay.
So that will also help. And if you have been abused, there is a little exit, a quick exit, just in case someone comes to the computer.
Okay, cool.
Just in case.
All right. And now you also sell jewelry.
Yes.
An Extra Touch.
Yes.
I love that name. How did that? Now, how did you think of that?
God. I am a Mary Kay beauty consultant. I have a business called An Extra Touch, like you just said, for the accessories, and we do the dressing room. So how do I mend all those three together? Because I know it may seem like a whole lot.
Yeah.
However, the accessories, we donate the accessories to the women from An Extra Touch. And then with Mary Kay, we do fundraisers throughout the year. And we put baskets together, and we donate the baskets to the ladies for like a beauty day, beauty session.
Nice.
So that's how we mesh them together.
Nice. And now, do you make the jewelry yourself?
Back in college, I used to make the jewelry.
Okay.
But now I don't. But I still pick everything out myself.
Nice.
With love. So
with love.
yes. I like very unique things, as you can see. Right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I like that. So now, if someone wanted to buy some jewelry from you,
they can go to my Facebook page.
Okay.
With my name, Kakila Hunter, or look up An Extra Touch. I do have a Facebook page for An Extra Touch. Okay. And they can see everything there. Yeah.
Okay. So now, do you have any last advice for beauties who may be going through an abusive relationship?
Sure. I'm going to speak to the young ladies.
Okay.
Because a lot of times we don't think that the young ladies go through domestic violence, but when you're dating, you may be dealing with someone that has the history of domestic violence in their family. So I do want to let them know you're not alone. There is help. But you have to speak to somebody when it's safe to do that. Begin to know yourself, because I feel that when you learn who you are, you will not accept anything less than what your standard is. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
Yeah, so it's not like you high sedity or anything like that. It's just that you're protecting yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you're already in that abusive situation, it's best to maybe talk to a school counselor or someone that's not going to spread your business, because sometimes you don't want your business to be spread out, especially at high school.
Right.
You do not want your business spread out.
Never.
But there may be someone, like I said, a school counselor that can help you with that.
Okay.
To even get away from that abusive situation.
Mm-hmm. So now, say if a beauty or someone watching this video maybe wanted to contact you personally to talk about their situation with you, would they be able to contact you?
Sure. If they're contacting me for the clothes, they would go through an agency to contact me.
Okay.
The number is 973-932-0223.
Okay.
They can also use that number to talk. Or they can get in contact with me via Facebook through the group, private message. Okay. So they won't be all out in the open.
Cool.
Yes.
All right. And then you also have this motto for the dressing room for your organization. Can you tell the beauties what it is?
The motto for the dressing room is changing family's life one perspective at a time. So it takes one person to change a life.
Yes. Mm-hmm. One story, one testimony.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Yes, and thank you so much. I feel like I've learned so much, and I hope you guys did as well. And before you go, I do have a little gift for you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. You can open it.
I can open it on camera?
Yep.
All right. Let's see what we have here. Oh, this is so sweet. Gotta show you.
It's a Girls with Beauty and Brain shirt. So make sure you snap your picture.
I will. Thank you, Jamila.
Thank you. Yes. So remember, guys, that Kakila is a girl with beauty and brains, and so are you. Bye.
Bye-bye.